of you have some questions. So I'm going to read out those questions and ask the concerned panelists to answer them. Okay. The first question, though it has been for brilliant, I have sent him the message. I'm waiting for it. This question is for Distinguished Toastmaster Patricia. What is your advice for the one selecting the topic?
Selecting the topic of table topics question,
I think so.
I believe it's so important during the contest to have a very clear understanding. The purpose of a table topics contest is actually to test the impromptu speaking skills, not so much on the level of the thinking skills of the contestants. I have seen whereby contest Toastmasters has given a very general topic whereby any contestant can articulate their thoughts. I have also seen contest Toastmasters who have given very philosophical questions until the contestants get intimidated. So I would like to share based on my understanding. I believe we are here to encourage everyone to pick up the impromptu skill set. If this is the case, to make it short, the table topics question should be within 10 words. That is the practice and the advice that I was given. Keep it within 10 words. And the topic has to be very general in nature. General in nature, whereby anybody can express their thoughts, their opinion. Last but not least, I always feel the topic should allow the contestant to express their thoughts on that topic in a positive manner. So this is where I'm coming from. So once again, 3 criteria that we may consider. You may have more. Feel free to share. Number 1, keep it within 10 words. Number 2, make it a general question that everyone can express, including the newbies or even a child, right? A teenager. Last but not least, a question that would be intriguing, invoke some positivity, and hopefully some kind of a message to your audience and certainly to the contestant. So these are some of the things that I hold dear to my heart in terms of coming up with the table topics question. I know some table topics contest Toastmasters love to Google. Nothing wrong with Googling, but I think to bring it a notch higher, they have to also have a clear mindset. If they Google, they can always switch a little bit so that becomes more authentic. Because I've seen contest Toastmaster also, sometimes they would repeat the same question for different level of contest as well. So these are some of the things that they may want to consider to really give a big chance to the contestants so that they do their best. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next question goes to somebody whom everybody would love to compete. This is to Distinguished Toastmaster Patricia. You said the TT contestant should speak on the topic. What if he or she chooses to speak against the topic?
Okay, that's a very good question. When I say speak on the topic, it doesn't mean they have to agree. My understanding, speaking on the topic is speaking on the subject of the topic. So they can take their position, either agree, disagree, or they do not take a position at all. End of the day, we are looking for a focused thought so that would bring value to our judges who are also a part of the audience. So when we mention whether they can speak against on the topic, that means they have to talk on the topic itself. Don't go outside of the topic. So when they speak on that topic, it can be against, disagree, doesn't matter. That's their position. Thank you. I hope that answers the question. Thank you.
Thank you. The person who asked you the question also acknowledged the answer. Now, this is a question from one of the audience. How can judges avoid cultural biases? Speakers from their own nationality being favored or cultural humor not being understood by non-nationals? I don't know to whom this has to be asked, but I think whoever wants to answer can answer. KM, do you want to try this?
Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, thank you. The sensitive topics must be approached with the utmost care. Speakers have the responsibility to choose their topic in alignment with the norms of the cultural norms of the people, the value of the region, and the audience present. It is the speaker's responsibility to to select the topic according to that. I think the Toastmasters mentors or club level, they can advise to the members to, when you select the topic for humorous speech, it should be aligned with the norms of the regions, the people, the cultures of the people, the audience present. Back to Murali.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. See, we have a leader who wants to ask on behalf of the followers or the contestants. We have Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster, Khalid Jalal, who wants to know from our table topics panelist, if the topic is not understood by most except one, but the one did not do good, however he was on the topic, who is deserving winner if others do better than the one who was on the topic? Do you want me to repeat this question, Beauty and Patricia? If the topic is not understood by most except one, but the one did not do good, however he was on the topic, who is deserving winner if others do better than the one who was on topic?
Okay, for me, this is really a very challenging scenario. I won't be able to give the answer until I am in that contest and really have the opportunity to listen to all the contestants. But I think as a rule of thumb that I always hold on to, listen attentively and also do a lot of active listening to judge which contestant would best represent the winner of impromptu speaking based on the judging criteria. This is how I would draw the conclusion. So to sum it all, after the entire contest, probably it's also great to have a debrief. Maybe the chief judge and the contestant and even the contest Toastmaster for table topics, they might want to debrief and see how they can serve the audience or the members better in the future so that this may not happen again. Because end of the day, we want the best, the deserving winner to win. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry if I have exposed someone openly, but this question is for that someone. There is a question in the Zoom chat where one person has asked, I understand that the role of judge is to select the best speaker. However, this anonymous judgment score can be of great use for the speaker to self-improve. Is there any possibility that this may change? Pikudi, can you answer on behalf of all the panelists?
So I didn't get the question. So the question is,
I will read the question again.
should the person go back to the judge and ask the feedback?
No, I understand that the role of judge is to select the best speaker. However, this anonymous judgment scores can be of great use for the speaker to self-improve. Is there any possibility that this may change?
Well, I think as our first speaker or the trainer was talking about, he said, once you have the judging done, don't talk about it. So I stick to the same. I think we should not talk about it. However, the person can always go and talk to his mentor, his club, or anyone else he feels more comfortable to get more feedback. Usually what we also do sometimes when we go to the contest, we have our friends with us, our mentors or club members or other well-wishers. So we always ask them to evaluate or judge my speech and give me your personal opinion. So we can collect multiple opinions in that way, but let's not go to the judges and ask them to give the feedback because that's against the policy. I hope that answers.
Thank you. Thank you. I know I'm going to be deviating a bit, but let me recognize our timer, Toastmaster Nilanti, with a certificate because now it's ready and all of your attention is there. So let me connect this young girl. Where are you, Nilanti? Yeah, you are here. Nilanti, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going back to the question again. I will not say who is the person who has asked this question because I don't want to have some issues later on. But this question goes to distinguished Toastmaster Priscilla. If judges were made to declare the score publicly, like they do in Americans Got Talent, would that improve quality of judging compared to delivering the score anonymously?
You mean having a judge for the judges?
See, I would not like to tell the name, but I will read out the question again. If judges were made to declare the score publicly, like they do in America's Got Talent, would that improve the quality of judging compared to delivering the score anonymously?
I think yes.
Great. We have two questions which our PQD can take it to the Toastmaster International and suggest them. Okay, very good. I have one more question. This is for all the presenters. Any one of you can answer this. Okay. The first one is, when personal story or made up story, which one you will give more marks? Anyone can answer.
Personal
I
story.
think a personal story.
Or make up story, cooked story.
Personal story. Personal.
Very good. KM Thomas, your opinion?
Personal stories.
TTM Patricia.
Personal story, of course. It's more authentic. It's your story.
Very good. I have a question. This is especially to our humor king. A contestant delivers speech in pieces of stories, and next speaker delivers speech in single story. To whom you will give more marks? Though you're interested, but we would like you to answer for this.
Actually, we should give them more marks for single story. So there are more components in the speech that will deviate the audience attention also. So there is a single story. The audience can concentrate what he is saying. So I prefer single story.
Thank you. The next question goes like this. Can I use the same speech I had delivered during past term? And a B part of that question is, can I use the same speech for international and humorous?
It's for me?
Yeah, for you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, if it is, suppose nowadays we can hear more humorous stories in international speeches. Sometimes we couldn't find any humor in humorous speeches. If it is more humorous in international speech, surely he can use it on international level speeches and humorous speech contests.
Can I?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, the year before when I delivered my international speech, the feedback I received, or rather people, what I got to hear from others was that it was more of a humorous speech. So now I'm thinking of delivering the same international speech as my humorous speech.
Thank you. This is a very peculiar question. I never realized, or rather, I never thought that someone will get such ideas. Can I use test speaker speech as my final speech? Patricia, what do you? Yeah, Priscilla, you can go ahead. Both are please.
What was the question? Sorry, I didn't get the question.
See, I have been a test speaker. Okay, can I use test speaker speech as my final speech?
At district, I think I have done it. I have used my district speech as test speech at various, whenever I was invited to deliver a test speech. And that's where I got all the 7 or 8 contestant feedback, which really helped me to evolve that speech and turn it into an international speech. So yes, I have.
Great. I really appreciate the person who asked this question and he got a correct answer also. So I think there one more question. Many times the audience response can be rigged. As somebody said that they would have given biryani. If the speaker brings his team to cheer for him while contestants may not do, how that can impact the judge's decision as audience response. This is again back to you only, distinguished Toastmaster, Laughter King, K.M. Thomas.
It is up to the judges level. Judges can make out. I think judges can make out their response is real one, the artificial one. They are purposely making the sounds or shouting, whistling, whatever it is. Judges can check in his level how the speech is, how the speech reflects on him, how he reflects on the speeches. It is giving him how it makes him laugh, smile, and entertaining him as per his choice, his level. He can mark it on audience response.
I have a feedback from the audience. Buy biryani for judges as well. Yes, go ahead, Khalid Jalal.
The question is basically a question from the answer we received from DTM KM Thomas. Just imagine, I like your answer, but just imagine, and for the interest of the person who asked this question, but imagine a judge is a person like me who doesn't usually laugh or doesn't give reaction. So I think that might impact the judging, right?
May I?
Yeah,
Yes,
Priscilla, go ahead.
Yes, just 2 days ago, I was doing an evaluation workshop and I was telling the evaluator, those who would be evaluating, that when you are looking for humor, especially at a contest, don't look at the humor coming out from one table. If 80 or 90% of the audience is laughing, then that is humor in that speech. Or that is where everybody is cheering for that contestant. But if it is coming from one corner of the hall, then know that that is paid humor.
So, you mean to say, Priscilla, that you keep your fans in different places or the fans from different places? Okay, before I do anything, to tell you, I have posted the latest speech contest rule book, and there is a star in every place where it is a new one. Please save it. And for all those judges, especially to my younger brother, in age he is younger to me, but in experience elder to me, distinguished Toastmaster Anil Kumar Revankar. This is the one which you can save it, and this should be the Bible for all of us for the year 2024-25, because this is the only manual we follow strictly. Every judges have to follow. More than the judges, the part of this event is for the contestants to know what the judges are going to do. What are the territory? I think the time is running out. My friend Nilanthi has been showing me red fantastically. But if there are no other questions, I would love to hand over this platform back to the man who is the, what is that? Election chief, the event chair, division lead director, dearest Toastmaster, Vikram Joshi, back to you.
Yeah, thank you, DTM Murli. And I really thank all the role players, the presenters and members who joined. And officially, I would just like to adjourn the meeting because many of them need to move because it's spray time. So I would request if we can stop the recording and just carry on.
No, please.
Showing you red card because you didn't give us the certificate.
Okay.
Now I will request our Zoom moderator to give a certificate so that she doesn't show the red card to me.
We thank everybody who are present in today's meeting, and congratulations to Toastmaster Nilanthi for taking up the role in the 12th hour, not even in the 10th hour. Toastmaster Nilanthi Asarumani.
Thank you very much for taking up the role at the last moment due to a technical issue we faced by our planned timer. I really like to thank our partner I'd like to thank our timer, BTM Ram, as well, because he was here, but due to technical glitch, he couldn't continue and he apologized while being in the meeting. So I really thank both of you. Thank you very much.
Can you have feedback from our presenters? KM Thomas, how did you feel it would have had an impact for the members who attended today's meeting?
Hello. Hello, DT Murli. Thank you so much for inviting me to present. I think this workshop give more insights rather than the normal workshop we usually have in Toastmasters sessions. And so each person is separately did each contest, like Kikumba does, table topics and international evaluation and all. Not in general. It is separately how we can judge the speeches. I think it's a real good attempt made by the Division E and District 20 Toastmasters. I appreciate all the people behind this workshop, and it's a good effort made to give a more knowledge about judging to the incoming judges and the chief judges or the supporting judges, how to do the real judging in the speech contest. As we all know that the contestants are really prepared well and they do their maximum effort. So the correct judgment is all the judges' prime duty is that one. So I think this judging workshop did a wonderful job to give more help for them. Thanks to all the organizers. Back to DTM Murali.
Thank you. I really apologize. There have been two questions which I missed. This question is for TT presenter. The quote is for TT. If the quote is within the 10 words as mentioned, but a quote with words like conciliate, resilience, the contestant has no clue what these words mean and will end up saying something not related to the topic. So content has been missed. Patricia, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah.
Yes. The question is, even though it satisfies within 10 words, but the content is being misinterpreted or being missed. I've seen this in table topics contest before. I feel this is a time when a judge would make a stand based on your professionalism, based on the core value of TI, integrity, respect, service, and excellence. How would you judge? Give the benefit of doubts to the contestants as well, because I've seen real contests whereby the contestant is an on-site contest, but it's hybrid, but they couldn't hear properly because the contestant was a little elderly. So at the end of the day, I feel to do justice to all the contestants, we do our best. There will never be a perfect contest. Sometimes things go wrong and all that, but whatever it is, we hold on to the core value of TI. We do our best to serve the contestants. So end of the day, you hold the key. Thank you. Back to
Thank
you.
you. We'll have an expert commentary from DTM Khalid Jalal.
Thank you. I understand this question because if the speaker or the contestant speaks on a different topic because he did not understand the topic, and I've seen also some cases where the contestants apologize and leave because they have not understood the topic despite being repeated twice. What I suggest and what I heard from one of the trainer in the last week is the judges will mark you based on the ballot. Even if you lose the whole content part, you still have the marks on the remaining part. So you never know how it's going to impact. So never skip the contest. Give your best. You may be a winner. You never know that. If you're not a winner, but you're still a winner, as our trainer Patricia said, you're still a winner because you reached to that stage.
Great. Thank you. I have this question, which I could say as a goodly. This question is for all the trainers. If I'm as judge given score excellence to a contest for contest speech development, later I listened to another contestant, I felt he spoke well more than the previous. So what score has to be given since there is no more score? There is no more score.
Can I take this question?
Yes,
Sorry.
you can.
Just a quick one. That's one of my guideline, I never give a perfect score to anyone. Even the world champion, I never give a perfect score because you just never know. So I think by giving us some room to maneuver is so great. At least 2 points to maneuver, so you know how to place them. Even if it's just 14 against 14.5, you can still work around that. So that's what I would practice as a judge. Thank you so much. It can sound a little harsh and a little mean, but end of the day, the score doesn't matter. We need to come up with the first place, second place, third place, and that matter. Thank you.
Okay, let's have the clarity of this question from the person who has asked this. This is a distinguished timer, Postmaster Dinesh Kumar Paul.
Thank you very much, moderator DTM Murli Manohar, and thank you, DTM Patricia and other trainers. As you said that we cannot give to the maximum excellence score to any contestant. So let me bring it down. What is you judges are giving the score highest, and same my question apply to that situation. If you want, I will share the ballot. That will be more explanatory. Hope you can see all, right?
Yes.
You have the fifth
So
trainer.
as
right
DTM
now.
Patricia suggested, we cannot give the excellent score. So I considered it is very good. It's the last score for the contestant. And in the content, we have the 50. First one, the speech development. Support I as a judge or anyone as a judge given the score highest 15. Then I realized the next last speaker, number 5, if he spoken more. So what score we should give to him or her?
You can give, I would say you can give the same 15, but there are other factors with which you can judge who is the winner.
If you give it the same score, it is not the, what we can say, advice for that.
Take it from Anil Kumar Revakar before we give it to Khalid Jalal.
Good morning, good evening, all the leaders. First of all, let me congratulate all the organizers and the presenters for this wonderful presentation today. I did miss the initial part, but however, I said no. It's our event, our district, our division. Yes, we have to attend it. My question, there are 2 questions. One question, the first question goes to the table topic presenter. A very common scenario. A contestants are on the stage. Yeah, let me finish.
I would like you to first address the question of Dinesh.
Dinesh question.
Yeah, he was asked in the international if the, let's say the first speaker spoke and I gave him 15 marks, and the second speaker, let's say XYZ, ICSC 2 XYZ also spoke very well. Will I give him 15 marks only?
No. Okay, let me answer it very simple. Our trainer, DTM Patricia, has answered it very correctly. I would never go with a max mark. Because as a judge, if you go with a max mark, you do not have any space for the next contestant who may be better than the first one who have already marked. So always place it safe. Go on 75% max. 50 to 75, yes. Because that is giving you a scope to judge the other. I'm not saying evaluate. Judge the other contestants and accordingly you can mark. Finally, to close this subject, it is at the end of the complete contest, the judge has to select the first 3 place winners. Even if the scores are great, the judge has to think on that based on the points he has taken during the speech. What was the pluses on the higher side of a particular contestant? Based on that, you have to mark. Sometimes the judging scores may be equal. There may be a tie. So that is how the judging is done to the best of my knowledge.
Thank you. Now you can please write. We will take the answer from Khalid Jalal, District Toastmaster or PQD.
I think it's already been answered. That's exactly what I wanted to say that.
Okay, thank you.
You need to finally select 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Yes. TTM Anil, you have a question which you wanted to ask.
Yes, the first question is for the table topic presenter. Sometimes we have a situation on the stage during the contest where the contestant in table topics is unable to hear the topic clearly or unable to understand, in which case the contestant may ask the contest master, can you please repeat? That's for the third time. How do you as a judge see this scenario? How do you mark for that? And where do you mark for this?
I want to come from a space of empathy and compassion, because I have seen and I have heard contest Toastmaster, they do not articulate it clearly enough. So I think part of the learning that we learned, my lessons learned, whenever we have a contest chair, we make sure we communicate with the contest chair, because if you are in a position as a chief judge, communicate with the contest chair clearly, so that contest Toastmaster, especially table topics contest Toastmaster, they have the responsibility to read the question slowly and clearly. Even a child can understand. And that would be what we are looking at. But if, let's say, the contest Toastmaster is not able to execute because we have to judge fairly as well, we know the words were not articulated clearly enough. So I have to say, as a judge, I want to see how chief judge would handle the entire situation, because it's a call of a chief judge. But based on the rule book, the question can only be repeated 2 times, right? So we want to stay close to the rule book as well. So this is when we need to exercise how we are going to make the best decision according to rule book, and also to the best of our ability to serve the contestants and also to do the contestants justice. Very tricky. I wouldn't want that to happen. Because of that, whenever I'm in a position to serve, I make sure I would really spam the contest Toastmaster, make sure they know this clearly, and seldom it happens because they already know their responsibility. So it should not happen. And another way of doing it is to write it down, written form. Sometimes it's an online one, written form is clear, everybody can read it. That solves the problem as well. Thank you so much.
To come out of this confusion, Toastmaster International has found a solution. From area contest level, it's going to be only offline contest, that is in person. So I think now that confusion will not be there because no more Zoom chats.
Yeah. Thank you very much. The last question is for the presenter for humorous speech contest. Yeah, DTMK. In your presentation, you did mention regarding audience response. You said that we have to look for the audience reaction, the eye contact, the body language. Now, I am sitting in the audience as a judge. How am I connected to the audience reaction and body language, etc.? Can you spotlight something on that?
Yes, thank you.
This will be the last question because we will have to break for the prayer. Yes, over to you, KM.
Thank you, Anil Kumar. As you are sitting in between the audiences, I think you can feel the vibes coming out from your surroundings, how the people reacting, how the people's expressions. You can make out from their facial expressions and their eagerness to listen to the speaker. I think this is the way you can feel it. As Priscilla said, should not be not everywhere. If it is come from one corner, you can make out. Otherwise, everywhere the word room is responding properly to the speaker, you can make it out. Audience response is some positive. The speaker is connected with the audience.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you very much.